on Main Street, located in the same location as the iconic Aramoni's Bakery. It's not a bakery anymore. Ruben and his staff will style you to perfection every time. Sharp Image is always running specials, plus some exclusive deals with some of the future barbers that Ruben is training today. Yeah, he trains them. Find Sharp Image on Facebook or call 860-591-1177. Sharp Image Barbershop in the former Aramoni's Bakery. It's not a bakery anymore. A proud sponsor of Griswold High School Sports.
You buy better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better. It burns. You buy better.
Let's face it, most of our expenses are on the rise, but your insurance doesn't have to be one of them. The Burns Agency can quote your home, auto, business insurance with any of our 30-plus top-rated insurance companies. Let's be sure you're getting the best available pricing with quality service from experienced staff. Call, email, or visit us online to see what the Burns Agency can do for you. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better. It burns. You buy better.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street, here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
At last, a checking account that's worth the switch. While some banks offer checking account rewards and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees, at Eastern, we say, why choose? Why settle for a boring checking account when you can Kasasa? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how easy it is to get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, member FDIC. Do you Kasasa?
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
So I'm playing with the cameras here. Trying to get them a little something. That's all right. How are you, Paul?
Oh, you all set?
I think so. Oh, okay. You're good. You're good. Here, look at your camera. Give a wink. Wink to all your friends and all your fans.
Yeah, fans.
Why not?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What'd you do? Have a good fart or what? Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't know. They went,
this is a family show.
Well, families fart.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess they all just sit around the table and go, "Hey."
Yeah.
So we're gonna add some content and stuff to our mornings instead of and try to make it a little bit more informational, I guess you could say. Give people more of a reason to join us in the morning to get some updated stuff. And with that being said, here's Paul Lash with the weather.
Here we go again. That hasn't been done.
We haven't done the weather in a year, a year and a half.
It's been a long time. Well, here we go. Temperature downtown, Juicy, right now, 42 degrees.
Oh,
it was cool last night. It got down at least 39, so it was pretty cool. It's almost like August weather, you know. The days are hot and the nights are cool. Well,
even the nights are better.
Yeah. There'll be plenty of sunshine around today. Highs will be somewhere around 73 degrees. Winds out of the west northwest, somewhere around 5 to 10 miles per hour. But tonight, clear skies, lows around 46 degrees. For your Thursday, well, it's going to be sunshine again. The highs will be getting a little higher, somewhere up close to upper 70s. Again, there'll be some wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And I guess for Thursday, mostly clear at nighttime, lows around 51. The nice thing about this time of year is the days getting longer. The sunset tonight will be somewhere around 5 minutes of 8. So, so it's gaining a lot. So we'll go to at least June 21st before we start going the other way. Yeah. So that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 05/10/2023.
All right, thanks, Paul. From the news desk, there was a fatal accident. So we're just going to ad lib through things, but still, you know, we're still going to do it. There was a fatal accident up on Route 6 last night. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did.
Carlos Alberto Garcia Giron was driving east on Route 6, and driving west on Route 6 was a gentleman by the name of Ryan Reynolds from Reynolds Excavation, which is in Moose Up. And apparently Mr. Garcia veered into the other lane and hit the Reynolds Excavation truck.
Yeah.
And he was pronounced dead on the scene.
Route 6 is a pretty dangerous road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a couple now in the last I want to say 3 days. There's been like fatal accidents up on Route 6.
Yeah.
So there's that. So he was driving Mr. Garcia was driving an Acura TSX.
That's a pretty small car.
Yeah. He was 39 years old. Yeah. So very, very young. Still under investigation. So if you have any information about this case whatsoever, call Troop D in Danielson. Trooper Joseph Marsh is the trooper on this case. So there you go. That was probably the big stuff that happened last night locally.
Well, there was a shooting yesterday in Danielson.
There was a shooting as well.
Yeah.
That's right. It's just...
I guess the guy's in hospital, stable condition.
You're talking about in Brooklyn.
I'm talking about the state cop that shot the knife-wielding individual.
Yes, that was in Brooklyn. That was on Tiffany Street in Brooklyn.
That was an eviction.
Right. They went to serve an eviction, and they called state police for some assistance. And I guess the guy was wielding a knife.
Yeah.
And the trooper discharged his weapon.
Yep.
And I think he was airlifted.
Yeah, airlifted him. Yeah, I think he's in Massachusetts. Yeah, I think.
Where he is, he had surgery, and I guess he's in stable condition. So
exactly.
Dude, just leave. Just go. But now there's the argument now. So there's comments about this of like, why didn't they just tase the dude?
I don't know. Maybe he was too far away.
I don't know.
Yeah, could be distance.
How well if it was distance, why would he discharge? And I don't know this.
We don't know the story.
Why would he discharge a weapon with the fear of maybe hitting the marshal?
I don't know.
So I would think it would just common sense would say it would be close range.
I don't know. Don't know the story. Don't know. We just have to play it out and see what happens.
Well, we do not know.
No, we do not know.
Do not know. So
No, we don't know.
There is an investigation.
Don't know the situation.
That will. They had a whole press conference yesterday at 2:45.
Oh, okay.
As well. So
yeah.
So good morning, everybody from SNSN. You see that we are broadcasting, of course, every day from the Burns Agency Studios at the Paragon Building on 70 Main Street here in Jewett City. You can certainly go ahead and text the show with content ideas or or anything like that you'd like to hear about or see or whatever, or types of guests, or even a specific guest that you think maybe would be interesting. The number is scrolling on the bottom. It's 860-591-9664. So you can go ahead and, I know that's a lot of work, texting and all. So we don't expect, full diatribes, just a little bit of participation, I guess, to see what it is that you guys want. Instead of us trying to shove stuff down your throat, just let us know what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And we will certainly go ahead and facilitate that.
Yeah.
Sports from yesterday, local sports. There were some baseball scores and some softball scores. In baseball yesterday, Griswold lost a tight one to Plainfield by the score of 5-4. Lyman over St. Bernard 3-1. Bacon Academy over Wyndham 9-3. Stonington beat Killingly. Killingly not having a good year when it comes to baseball, 11-2. Wheeler beat Montville 3-2. Waterford over Barlow 3-2. Putnam over Westbrook 3-1. Woodstock Academy defeats Ledyard 4-0. So those are the baseball scores from yesterday, and some local softball. There's some of that as well. New London beats Wyndham Tech 15-12. Let's see, anything else as far as local stuff? Wheeler 15, Bacon 10. Waterford 4, NFA 1. This is high school softball. And that's all for the local scores in there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. So one of the things that there's a couple of local things that I think are kind of important to talk about. One of them, let's see, is the borough and what they're doing. As far as the attempted purchase of a building, which I think we all know what building it is. So the 2 North Main Street, owned by the Jewett City Savings Bank. It's the one that we were in for some time.
Yeah. So the score is Borough 1, Town 0.
Well, whatever the reason is, like one of the things we talked about the other day was the reason why they had the meeting at the fire station. Well, that was not the case. What it was is that the town already had the main meeting room scheduled for planning and zoning.
Gotcha.
So they had to go somewhere. So they ended up going to the firehouse.
Gotcha.
And the other thing that was that we talked about that I had said, the taxes were going to be if they're going to be in different places, taxes are going to be maybe harder for people to pay because they'd have to go to 2 different places, and that is not the case either. found out that taxpayers will still be able to pay their borough and their town taxes in one.
Yeah, the town hall. Yeah.
Which is good, and I'm thankful for that. You know, so
yeah,
you don't have to make multiple stops.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, getting back into the borough and what we are what they are possibly purchasing. I do want to. Was that Court? Is that you? It always says, it always comes up saying Facebook user. So I don't know if that's you or it is not. I'm going to find out though. It is Court Kenny. Good morning, Court. Frost on the lawn and car this morning. It was cold last night.
It was cold.
Yeah, I even looked at the thermostat in the house because we turned the heat off at 63 degrees.
Yeah,
which I like it chilly, personally.
Yeah, but getting up in the morning, it's kind of cool. I mean, unfortunately, with the house, you close the windows, then you get up, the house is cold because it's not even the outside temperature.
Right.
It's the way houses are. But yeah, and I planted some stuff, so hope it looks fine this morning when I looked at it. So no frost, so we're good.
Yeah. I thought we were done with that, to be honest with you, but it's.
I thought so too, but what are you gonna do?
And we had
So
just
May.
and we're gonna plant some. My plants, they're gonna be dead already.
Dead on arrival.
DOA. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
that would tick me off.
Yeah. They're not cheap either.
No.
Oh, it's very expensive for plants this year. Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yep.
I noticed that.
They're up.
So we've talked about a bunch of times nip money.
Oh, the nip money?
Yeah. And how much there is of it. Where is it going? So I saw some information that was posted.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports.
Okay. We all know that. This is kind of the numbers here are to me are kind of earth shattering. So tell me, and also anybody that's listening or watching here this morning, how many nips do you think were sold, okay, between October 1st, 2022 and March 31st, 2023? And I'm going to go town specific. We're going to go Griswold. So that is what, a 5-month period? Is that right? Yeah. Let's see. October, November, December. No, it's 6 months. It's a 6-month period. How many nips do you think were sold in the town of Griswold? Now that's all of the liquor stores. And I do not know if this also means the package store in Lisbon. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I heard that they were filtered out for Lisbon.
Yep.
But anyway, so reporting for the town of Griswold, Dave Polino says 7,500. So that would be about 1,000 nips a month, right?
A little over. Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm just wondering if anybody else is going to take a guess.
Wow.
Shayna's guess on how many is, why don't people throw their nips in the garbage? They're all over the streets of Jewett City.
Because
that's a good guess.
Well, because people drink them going down the road.
Yes, they do.
That's the problem, because they're a quick shot, and you're driving down the road, you whip them out the window, because you can't have bottles in your car, so they're gone.
Daryl says 10K.
That's possible too.
Erica says 100,000.
No.
And Facebook user, I'm going to assume is Court again. And he says 500,000.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
What do you think the number is?
I think it's closer to the 75.
75,000?
75.
7,500?
100.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, if you had 500,000 in 6 months, we got a lot of drunks in town.
Any other guesses?
Yeah.
No. Any other guesses? I gotta see if that is.
I'm sure there's not very many Bud Light cans around.
Oh, that was Richard Waldron. By the way, guys, if you don't click yes at the top, where it says it'll show your name, I don't know who you are. So Richard says 500. He's the one that said 500K.
No, I think it's a little too much.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Any other guesses? How many nips were sold over the 6-month period in the town of Griswold between October 1st, 2022 and March 31st, 2023? Yeah. So we have guesses all over the place. We have 7,500, 10K, 100K, 500K.
That's a lot of nips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? What are they? 500 milliliters? Is that what it is?
It's only like a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I knew, but I didn't know how much that was.
I don't know.
Okay. Any other guesses, or are the rest of you just bots? And not really humans.
No.
Remember, you can also text your answer if you don't want anybody to really know who you are to 860-591-9664. Numbers on the screen.
Well,
50 milliliters, Dave says. Okay.
Oh.
I wasn't. I didn't know. Gives you an idea how many of those I buy.
Well, the nip lady is gone, right?
You remember her?
Yeah.
You remember her?
She's gone. She's not around. We don't see her anymore.
So what Paul's talking about is that there was a lady when we were over on 2 North Main Street. There was a lady that would walk by up Tracy Avenue, right at
10 o'clock.
9.
Whenever they open.
As soon as the package stores opened, and we would watch her right into the package store, come right on out. She would down them as soon as she got onto Tracy, and then chuck them in a bush. We called her Nip Lady.
Nip Lady.
Nip Lady.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more guesses. Laura says 75,000. Donna says 8,000. Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah. Darrow might be close, 10K. Yeah.
Court says 75,000.
That's a lot. If we're at 75,000, man, we got more than a drug problem.
So what we're trying to do is over a 6-month period, how many nips were sold in Griswold? And this goes from, like I said, October 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023.
That's over the winter. So it'll be a little more.
It was a long winter. So how many nips were sold? I'm just gonna wait one more. Remember, some come in sleeves or caps, or I don't even know what that means. Or some come in sleeves.
I have no clue. I don't buy them.
I don't know what that means. You ready?
Go ahead, tell us.
You ready for the number?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see if there's anybody else who gets. Shana says 15,000.
Yeah, that's possible.
Daryl, I mean, you can get like 10 in a sleeve.
Oh.
Okay. I think y'all are going to be shocked. I think you're all going to get shocked. The amount of nips sold in the town of Griswold from October 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023, 354,404.
Holy crap.
Just over 354,000 nips over a 6-month period. Shayna, the illest. Holy crap, she says.
That's what I'm saying. I think we have a problem. Miranda, I hope you're listening. Because
Daryl says, what the actual drunk?
306 months.
354,404 nips.
So you take that and divide that by 6. 6 into 30 is what? That's.
But get this. The numbers get even grander.
Oh, man.
The reported population in Griswold is 460. That's just shy of 31 nips per person.
Including babies. Wow. That's a lot of booze.
30.93 nips per person, per resident, or reported resident.
Wow. That's a lot of nips. Holy crap. Wow. I never would have expected it to be that high. I'm shocked.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Plainfield.
Uh-oh.
Even worse.
They got to be, yeah, because they got their bigger population.
537,000 nips sold in that same time period. Just under 15,000, 14,991 residents. That's just a snippet under 36 nips per person.
It's unbelievable.
Considering I don't have any nips. I don't drink them. You said you don't.
I don't.
So how many of people drinking that do drink them?
Wow. That's a lot of, that's unbelievable.
So that's 35 nips, okay, over a 6-month period. All right, so that's like 6 a month per person. Which means there are people out there that are double fisting it, baby.
Yeah, at least. Wow. Whew. No wonder we got all that money.
Dave says it's cheaper to just buy a bottle.
It would be. But see, that's the problem. You can't have an open bottle of booze in your car.
Right.
But you can take a nip going down the
But
highway.
you can still
absolutely.
blow
Absolutely.
An illegal limit.
I don't disagree, but it's not in your car. You don't have an open bottle. So what do?
Right. You got to smell it on you.
Go down to, you're coming home from work. What do? Stop at a packy, get a couple nips on the way home.
Funny you say that because Daryl from the Healthy Computer, School Street, Jewett City, right next to the new dog groomer. There's a dog groomer over there.
Well, there is.
Yes, sir. Just an FYI, I see a lot of business at lunchtime by out-of-town contractors.
Oh.
Because he's got a line shot to the package stores.
Yeah. Wow. Lunchtime.
Huh?
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Get a shot and a beer. Wow. I'm amazed by that number. I never would have thought that many nips would have been sold.
Shayna says, I don't drink either, so I'm not sure who's drinking my nips. It's not like they're distributing them to us through the American Red Cross. Here are your 6 nips. Have a good night. It's not like that. Laura says, I missed it. How many? Oh, Laura. In Griswold, 354,404.
Wow.
In Plainfield, 537,417.
That's $1 million a year.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
What do we need economic development for? Why don't we just sell nips?
In our area, so you've heard Griswold and you've heard Putnam. Well, in Connecticut, who do you think are the top 3 towns?
Well, Griswold's one.
And this is based on amount of nips per person, not complete amount, not total amount. So who do you think, give us, what do you think of the top 3?
I will go with Griswold, Plainfield.
Okay.
Woodstock.
Okay.
Hell of it.
Okay. Jared says, and he goes, I'm not surprised. There's 3 bars on one street. People like drinking around here. Jared, that is true, but bars don't sell nips.
Nope.
They don't sell nips. So that's the thing. So I see where you're going with that. But the little nip bottles, they're only sold in package stores. Do they sell them in grocery stores?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you can buy liquor in a grocery store. You can buy wine, but you can't buy
beer and wine.
At least I don't know about wine, but I think you can buy wine now. Yeah.
All right. So you said Putnam. No.
I said Griswold. I'm thinking of this part of the state.
Okay. Let's see. Dave says New London, Stores, and Bridgeport. I could understand Stores because it's a college town.
I don't think they drink nips.
I don't think they drink the nips. I think they just go get hammered at a bar.
I think so.
So I think that's what it is, but I don't.
I kind of agree with you. I don't think the younger generation's into big time drinking nips. Yeah.
So again, I'll ask you one more time. What do you think is the top 3 towns? Nips per person. Like how many nips per person from that 6-month period of October 2023 through March 2022 through March 2023. You got to remember that was through the holiday season too.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah. Daryl says Sterling has to be number 1.
Sterling.
And Daryl, you are not correct.
Because if it was Sterling, there'd be a lot of drunks in Sterling.
And maybe there are. I don't know.
I mean, it's not a very good sized town.
No. But Sterling, I don't even see Sterling on the list.
They're a bunch of Puritans up there. They don't drink.
Shana says New London, Bridgeport, Plainfield. Okay, you guys, I'll give you a little hint. You're picking towns with large populations,
right?
And we're doing nips per person, and this is how it's broken down on the sheet that I'm looking at.
Wow.
So I'll tell you what. Why don't you think about it? Put the comments. We're looking for the top 3 towns. And after we're done with this, we're going to talk about the borough and what's happening there. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute. I want to see your answers in the chat room on SNSN.
People say it all the time. I love to support local business. Look to a business that also supports the community in return. If you're looking for both of these qualifications, then Winton Automotive on North Main Street, Jewett City should be your choice for auto repair. Ken Winton is local but supports local teams all year long. From oil changes to engine repair, Winton Automotive can do it all. Find them on Facebook or go to a youth sporting event and you'll probably see Winton Automotive on somebody's jersey. Winton Automotive, North Main Street, Jewett City, proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics.
You buy better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better. It burns. You buy better.
Let's face it, most of our expenses are on the rise, but your insurance doesn't have to be one of them. The Burns Agency can quote your home, auto, business insurance with any of our 30 plus top rated insurance companies. Let's be sure you're getting the best available pricing with quality service from experienced staff. Call, email, or visit us online to see what the Burns Agency can do for you. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better. It burns. You buy better.
You've heard correct. Uncle Cranky's restaurant is under new ownership, but the establishment is in very good hands with its new owners, longtime employees, Killian and Morgan. Uncle Cranky's still has delicious daily specials, as well as those incredible hand-cut fries that you've always loved. Uncle Cranky's is still on Main Street, Jewett City, and the staff is always friendly, and they aren't really cranky, well, not anymore. Uncle Cranky's restaurant, Main Street, Jewett City. Find them on Facebook, a proud supporter of Griswold High School Athletics.
All right. Paul Lash with the weather forecast.
Okay, folks, right now the temperature downtown Jewett City is up to 52 degrees, so it's starting to warm up, which is nice. Well, it'll be sunny today. Highs will be somewhere around 72 degrees. Again, the wind will blow between 5 to 10 miles per hour. But tonight, clear skies. Lows around 46, not quite as cold as it was last night. So that's your weather for today, Wednesday, 05/10/2023.
All right. Thank you. So we had some guests during the break. Some guesses, I should say. So let's just review them real quick. Shayna says New London, Bridgeport, and Plainfield. Jared comes back with Killingly. Sarah, Baltic, and Sprague, which I think is probably closer to what we're looking at here. Daryl says Danielson, Plainfield, and Griswold. And Polino says Bristol, Waterbury, and Norwich. So, any other guesses? Nope. All right. Number 3, Canaan.
Canaan.
Now, remember I told you, I said one you'll be probably a little shocked about, but it has all to do with the population.
It's a small town, but it's a rich town.
Well, they can afford a lot of nips.
A lot of money in Canaan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Canaan, they sold in that 6-month period 47,705. Their population is only 1,223.
That's a lot of nips,
right? But that's 39 nips per person.
Wow.
So there you go. Do the math. Number 2, Putnam.
Rural town.
407,238. They're rocking it.
Wow.
Just over 407,000 nips sold in Putnam in that time period. Population 9,250. It's 44 nips per person.
Small towns.
Come on, man. That's a 6-month period. It's only like 8 nips, man. 7 nips. Like 7 nips, that's over a 6-month period, right?
Wow.
Come on. It's like 1 a month. Oh God. And the number one town per capita, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Chaplin.
That's a rural town.
103,206 267 nips sold. The population of 2,208. That is 46.77. So 47 nips a person. That's over 6 months. So that's 8 nips.
Well, okay, so that's probably not really an accurate number. Plus, I mean, as far as put against the people, but you got a lot of people driving through Chaplin. Out of these rural towns, a lot of people just drive through them and whip them out the window.
Right, but what we're saying is how many were sold in that town?
Oh,
not
okay.
sold. We didn't say sold to residents in that town.
Gotcha.
You can't ever gauge that.
No, you can't.
You know?
No. Wow.
And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm just going to stop randomly in Chaplin to get myself a nip or two.
All depends which route you take. I mean, you got Route 32 going to Willimantic out of through Chaplin. You get to coming down to stores, and I mean, rural. I can understand why the rural areas would be high because a lot of people. That's where you drive it. Downtown, these bigger cities like Waterbury, Harvard, people are taking buses and stopping in bars. They're not stopping in package stores to get a nip. They just pull into a bar and have a drink. So I think that's the difference because they don't really commute other than, you know.
So here are the top 9.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
Number 9, Norwich.
Okay.
Number 8, North Stonington.
Okay.
Number 7, Griswold.
There you go.
Number 6, Franklin.
Small town.
Number 5, Voluntown.
Small town.
Number 4, Plainfield.
Hey, Cunningham, straighten them out.
Come on, Kevin.
That's right, you're making all this money.
Yeah, no, come on. And then Canaan, Putnam, and Chaplin.
Wow.
Rounding up the
So
top
it's
3.
All rural areas. So we're a bunch of drunks on this side of the man. That's pretty.
Yep.
The other Connecticut's got all the money, and we got all the drunks.
We're happy.
It's amazing.
So, yep, there we go.
Yeah, that's only because there's not a bar every mile.
Mr. Cunningham, the Plainfield First Selectman, chiming in this morning, said, we want more sold so we can accept the revenue for the nip bottles.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's a 5-cent tax on each one of these bottles. And I mean, it's been said all over the place, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, first of all, you can't recycle them.
No.
Or something.
Well, people run over them.
Right.
It's the plastic.
But still, is it worth 5 cents? I mean, I think Court Kinney said it as well. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You put 50 cents or $1 on those things.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to bring that shit back.
Yeah.
If they want their money back.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to Hank's, you know, and bringing back that tray.
Yeah.
You
No, they don't do that anymore.
They don't? Well.
No.
Victoria says to Kevin, that's called economic development. Yes, that's a round of applause right there. That's right.
Wow.
Since we missed it,
No wonder he's.
do it again.
No wonder
Victoria
they
gets a
can
round of
build-
applause
No
there
wonder they can build all that stuff in Plainfield.
for Plainfield's economic development. Sell more nips.
Yeah, but
And you know the funny thing is that we can joke and guffaw at Plainfield, and Kevin knows that we're just
I know.
BSing and stuff.
I know it.
You know,
Yeah.
you get other people go, "What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm uptight."
But we had that's an issue. I mean, of course, they may be purchased here, but not necessarily people are drinking them here. They're drinking them. Well, you got to remember Griswold because 138 is a very, very busy highway.
Yes.
And a lot of people travel that back and forth to Rhode Island. So, maybe you're on their way home.
So it's like nips and chips. You can't have just one.
Wow.
Yeah. What other slogans? Nips always come in pairs.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's no. Plainfield has quite a few packies. Victoria says. And Kevin says, I was confused. by the topic until I listened to the show.
What kind of nips would you think we were talking about?
Talking about, the.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
That's interesting statistics. I mean, I never realized that Grizzle would sell over 350, almost 300. No,
354,000.
That's a lot of booze. Wonder the package stores aren't leaving.
But think about it. 354,000, right? Or 30 nips, 32 nips or what per resident, right?
Yeah.
That's over 6. So that's 5 nips. Is that really that much over a 6-month period? I mean, let's just say you entertain.
You wouldn't entertain with nips. You buy a bottle. I mean, how much are nips anyway?
I don't know.
Are they like $3-4 a piece? I mean, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I mean, if they're $4 a pop, take and multiply that times 300.
I saw one. They had a basket hanging from the ceiling. I guess they were sell-offs, and they were 50 cents each.
50 cents. Oh,
yeah, for those sell-offs, but
I mean, I don't know.
And I will. I'll be honest with you. No, so yeah, we did buy a 2 or 3 because they seemed like they would be tasty. But,
I mean, if they're even if they're $1 a piece, that's $350,000 that package stores are making over a 6 period. We got what, 4 package stores? You take that $350,000 and divide that by 4.
It's big business, man.
That's big business. That's the package stores. That's other than the other bottles they're selling.
Ah, Sarah. Well, here. Look at this. Okay. She's right. I bought 2 nips for my Christmas Eve tiramisu, helping my town out at Christmas right there. Laura, as far as the pricing, she says they range from 99 cents to $2.50.
So even if they were $1, that's still $350,000.
And Victoria says, "I'll never understand how people buy them. They buy them by the sleeve. Most are around $1." So, do we think that nips are basically purchased by maybe people that don't have a lot of money?
No.
They get $1 here, and they go in and get a nip and they're happy? Or do you think they're bought by people that are making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year and more?
Well, I think it's a combination of both, and I think they're just easy if you're on your way home after a hard day's work. Stop in, get a couple nips, drink them on your way home, whip them out the window.
Daryl says it takes more than 1 nip to get the job done.
Yeah.
And Victoria says, "I'm a bottle girl."
She's a bottle girl. She likes to buy it by the bottle.
Yeah. And I think the value is more on the bottle.
Oh, absolutely. But you can't go down the road slugging on a bottle.
Well, we can ask Victoria,
but yeah, rips are easy. They're easy to hide. You whip them out the window. I mean, it's obvious when they did the cleanup on 138 how many nips they found along the side of the highway, especially that road. That's a very heavy traveled road.
Speaking of on the bottle, totally different subject. I just thought I would throw this down there. My grandson, Bennett, will be off the bottle.
Oh, that's good.
After he finishes this last bit of formula, he'll be on.
There you go.
So anyway, there you go.
Yeah, you're going to take over the bottle,
huh?
You're going to have the bottle.
Oh, he's so cute. Yeah. They took him to Wicked Tulips.
Oh,
there was a lot of pictures. Long night last night. A lot of pictures of him there.
Wow, cool.
So. Shana, this is actually I didn't think of this, but you're right. Many people buy them during the holidays for quick stocking stuffers. And the average alcoholic for a quick boost to start your day.
Yeah. That's true. It was around the holidays. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then little Johnny, of course, gets the wrong stocking, and he gets a bunch of creme de menthe instead of chocolate Santas. Mommy, this is interesting.
Yeah. I'm just amazed at the number that are sold. I didn't, and that's also in addition. You got the beer, the wine, and the rest of the stuff is sold as well. So, I don't know.
Nips are more convenient to take on the go and easier to hide.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people here don't work office jobs. A lot of people here work construction or, and they travel the highways to go to work. So
Polino says, I can tell you that the bucket of Fireball Nips seems to be very popular at our campground. And of course, Kevin, the fun first selectman, says, I buy them for the annual Easter nip bottle hunt.
Is that on the Newtown Green?
Oh,
God. Wow. Man.
So anyway,
I'm just shocked at the amount. Wow.
So I think I thought that was pretty interesting.
That was interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting stats.
Yeah. But if you think about it, again, at the number, which sounds like completely inflated.
Yeah.
But if you think about it over the number of people and how many nips over a 6-month period, doesn't seem like a lot, right?
Yeah.
But I think people are buying them 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time. I don't think they're buying just one. And it's
probably
not
right. You're probably right.
And it's not everybody that's buying them.
No, people are buying more though. Buying more than one. Yeah. Well, I wonder what the environmentalists are going to do. They're going to take away your nips. The hell, they're taking away everything else.
Yeah.
It's plastic. They don't want you destroying the environment. So,
Well, I don't know. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on from that.
That's interesting topic.
Interesting topic.
Yeah.
The Borough of Jewett City.
Yeah.
They are looking to possibly purchase a building in the town, in the borough, in the town, yeah.
Yeah.
To move their operation out of Town Hall, 28 Main Street, up to this building at 2 North Main Street, which just happens to be the building we were in for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Until we moved down here to Paragon, as you can see right here behind me. Paragon by the Burns Agency. In the Burns Agency studios. They had an inspection done a few weeks ago, I guess, but maybe less, maybe a little more.
Mm-hmm.
So that went through, and they had a special meeting last night to talk about it. So about the possibility of taking action and purchasing this building.
Yeah.
So at the special meeting last night, they decided that they're tentatively going forth. I don't know how to explain it any more than that, because they're going to put, or they either they have or are going to be sending a good, I think it was described to me as a good faith deposit, which is refundable.
Yeah.
Just in case.
They have
of $18,500.
Yep.
So now I'm assuming, and this is just me assuming because I don't know for a fact, that would be 10% of the purchase price. Right? So
Yeah.
$185,000. Right?
Yeah.
Which, okay. So they're going to have, and they have to have a Freeman's meeting, which that's what they call here in Jewett City.
Okay.
Where you go down and it's all a vote of hands.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm gonna be honest. This is probably going to get voted over about 6 people because that's all the people that's going to show up.
Yeah.
So, which is whatever. So, I want to put this the right way. I don't want to say it. That's going to get me in trouble.
Yeah.
So they're going to have this at the special meeting or at a Freeman's meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, what I was told, that this is due to resources that the borough have available to them. There will be zero impact to the borough taxpayer.
Well, there'll be some impact because now the borough owns the building. So the maintenance cost on that building will become part of the borough. Utilities be part of the borough. But they won't be paying for
the
utilities.
purchase of the building
won't be an impact.
Won't be an impact.
Yeah. But they're still paying something to the town. So does that mean now that any administrative costs that they pay to the town for being in the selectmen's or being in the town office means that would go towards the maintenance of that building? So I don't think the town would maintain that. That's not a town building.
No. Well, no, and it's not going to be owned by the town. It's going to be owned by the borough.
Under the borough.
So that's something that is going to be talked about.
Yeah.
There's a couple other items too that I was told, but the one that really caught my ear was the one about the.
So there's a divorce and there's a divorce going on.
What do you mean? I think they're just moving.
The borough is divorcing from the town.
No, I just think Big Brother's moving out.
Big Brother's moving out.
Or Little Brother, whatever.
Yeah, they're divorcing themselves. They're going to go out on their own. They're still going to have to rely on town services. That is not going to change.
Right.
Yeah. They're just moving out into their own individual.
But like talk about plowing, right? Route 12.
That's
Main
all
Street. It's a state road anyway.
That's state highway. But the borough roads will still be done by the town. So there's still going to be town services. I don't think that anything's changing other than the administrative part of the borough is going to be its own.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. I mean, I guess,
But I think it's already their own, the administrative end.
But they still have
they have their own clerk.
I don't disagree, but I think they have to pay some kind of a fee to the town hall, this town of Griswold, for using the space. You're like renting a spot, and where they have.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that, to be honest with you. I don't know
I
if they
can't
pay anything to be there. I don't know that.
I don't know either, but
if anybody's out there that knows the answer to that question, that would be really cool. But I didn't think they paid anything to the town right now, and I think that's part of it.
I don't know.
I think that's part of the problem, with the town is they're not receiving revenue from a tenant, and that's the way they're looking at it as a tenant.
I mean, it's like charging your kid rent to live in your house.
I guess, yeah. Cindy says, but how are we going to survive paying for all that copy paper? Heed that, Borough of Jewett City. You're going to be paying for your own copy paper. I'll buy you a box.
Well, the other thing, too, is they're talking about moving the resident troopers there, too, right? Yeah. Which would save them money from the rental on the other building.
Because they're renting space
at the other building,
which is not the state police that pays for that. It's the borough.
The borough. Yeah. So they would move in there, which would be a better spot for them because now they're visible downtown.
Good Victoria says, wasn't it originally said that Jewett City costs Griswold $70,000 a year? I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's right. That was the topic of $70,000. It was related to all the stuff that the borough uses for the town. It was 70 grand. I think she's right. That was the thing.
What do they use?
Well, I think it was the space, the electricity, all the stuff that the borough hasn't been paying for or is paying for. Because don't forget, the borough they want them to pay a part of the electric bill.
Aren't they?
I don't know. Maybe that's the part that's the 70 grand that they're not paying for.
Because I'm trying to figure how the borough, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they ought to sell some more nips, but that's $5,200 a month that they're costing the town. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I think that's something you'd have to ask.
Yeah, I don't know
the borough and have them explain the 70,000. But I think the 70 grand was the right number, right?
Right. So that's about $5,200 a month. Yeah. So I'm trying to think what, and I'm just, I'm not poo-pooing the town, but I'm wondering, they have one office inside of an office that is working 3-4 days a week, and only for it's like 20-25 hours that the borough office is actually working. So are they just talking about billable space on whatever their rate is? That's what I mean. Where does that number come from?
I don't know.
I can throw a number out all day long. But tell me where it comes from. Everything's supply and demand.
I mean, look at the borough. We've seen the borough offices. They're not big at all. I mean, it's probably
it's one room.
It's probably a little bit bigger than the room we're sitting in. Because they take one office and split it in half. They have one conference room, which is tiny.
Yeah.
And then one office, which is kind of like tiny. I mean, it's probably just a little bit bigger than this room right here.
Victoria says that was the figure the leader of Griswold, which would be Dana Bennett, used as a reasoning for a merger.
Correct. She's right.
Cindy says they were talking about things like utilities, elevator, maintenance, copier, usage. Usage / maintenance.
Yeah.
They have an elevator there?
Yeah, in the back.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people really use the elevator?
I don't know.
Most of the services are on the ground floor.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say that, there's a monthly charge or whatever, monthly maintenance fee for that elevator. Is it 50% to the borough? Do you think that would be fair?
Not really.
Or do you think maybe it should be more like 20%?
I would think that the percentage would be based on, just small, with nothing to the borough.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot more than 70 grand that's involved. I just think that there are cases where the borough is excluded from some of the decisions that are made.
Yeah.
And they probably should be included. So I think that's part of it as well.
And this all goes back to NIP money, which we started the show with.
Yeah. The whole idea of the MIP money was to buy a sweeper.
Yes.
Right? That was the whole thing. Buy a sweeper. So, but they just gave away $1,000 of the NIP money.
Are the nips on the side of the road, or they're in the park? They're on people's lawns.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they up and down Main Street?
No.
I
mean, there probably are some up and down Main Street.
I mean, I'm not saying a sweeper would be a bad idea.
Well, I think it's not necessarily to sweep nips. I think it's to sweep the roads.
Right.
The town roads. So I guess their sweeper is in pretty bad shape. I think they were looking for like $70-something thousand. Well, And I think that's why they wanted the NIP money to cover the sweeper costs. So
got it.
That's why they kept it.
Well,
but I don't know. Does it really belong to the town? I mean, we could argue this all day long.
Right. You're never going to get the right.
You're never going to
answer.
get the
There
right.
is no right answer. I don't think.
And it's either going to be it's mine. Well, if you want to be fair about it, you'd split it, not in half. It would be based on a percentage. So, but we can argue this.
This goes back to the NIP money we talked about earlier. With every bottle that is sold, there's a 5-cent tax on it, which actually is collected by the state. That's why these NIPs are tracked as far as how many are being sold, because that money comes back to the towns for supposed cleanup.
Right.
Town/boroughs.
Right. So, well, hey, I don't know. We don't know the story.
Huh?
We don't know. We're not part of the politics that happens within the town hall. So,
right.
And we all know there's politics, and somebody gets a hair across their butt, and they're going to be stubborn about it, and that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
It's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine.
That's marriage.
Works some cases.
Same thing. All right. So anyway, I thought those two subjects kind of work hand in hand today, and it worked out pretty good. So
yeah, be interesting to hear what the borough has to say, why they're doing it.
Well,
if they're willing to give us some information related to why they went with it.
Well, I will tell you, next, I don't know if it's going to be next week, but I did talk to somebody on the board today.
Yep.
And they expressed an interest of coming in and talking. So I said,
good.
Give me a date, which will work for you guys.
Yeah.
And that will be good. We also have a gentleman coming in next Thursday by the name of John Feelharbour. And he's a rocket scientist.
Oh, cool.
Legit.
Wow.
A rocket scientist.
Yeah. Well, excellent.
So
is he on the Big Bang Theory?
He's I've known John pretty much for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
And he's had one hell of a life.
Yeah.
He's been an astronomer for many years. He works at literally in rocket science. I'm not kidding you. And he's probably listening right now because I'm bolted his ego. He's like incredibly smart. Yeah. The whole family is just scary smart. Yeah. It's like, where the hell? But anyway, so those are things that are coming up.
Oh, cool.
So, all right, Paul. Thank you for coming in. We might see you tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Friday.
Oh, tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh no, I can't do Thursdays. No, I have things I do.
You got nip bottles? Got to buy more nip bottles?
No. I do things on days that I don't come.
Yoga?
No. Like next Thursday, I can't come either.
Drugs?
I'd like to see the rocket scientist. But I do.
Well, but
next week's a busy week.
Whatever.
Anyway. I may be retired, but I got things I do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I remember, and I'll never forget this line, but back when Terry Sumner retired from the state police, I saw him at the Walmart parking lot. This was like about a year after he had retired. Yeah. And I said, "Hey, Terry, how are you?" He goes, "Hey." And I said, "How do you like retirement?" He goes, "I'm busier now than I have ever been." He goes, "I didn't even know I had enough time to go to work." So, which is something, because it's weird because people still equate him, of course, being a state trooper. Yep. He's actually been retired from the state police longer than he was actually on the force. Wow. So there you go.
Yeah.
So, and he looks great, by the way.
Good.
So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Usually it's Mike and a Wasilek, but we don't know if one is coming in. Like yesterday, we know one. Well, I don't want to put it out there because it's not my business to put out. But it's not bad. It's just just preventing somebody from coming in. Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a Wasilek. If not, we'll go pick Paul up, drag him down here. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching us here at SNSN.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
At last, a checking account that's worth the switch. While some banks offer checking account rewards and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees, at Eastern, we say, why choose? Why settle for a boring checking account when you can Kasasa? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how easy it is to get both. For more information, visit bankeasternct.com or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, member FDIC. Do you Kasasa?
You see the signs everywhere. No alcohol if under 21. No tobacco under 21. No vaping supplies under 21. It's 21 for a reason.
Youth that use alcohol are more likely to engage in other risky behaviors, such as gambling. Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
The go-to barbershop in Jewett City is Sharp Image on Main Street, located in the same location as the iconic Aramoni's Bakery. It's not a bakery anymore. Ruben and his staff will style you to perfection every time. Sharp Image is always running specials, plus some exclusive deals with some of the future barbers that Ruben is training today. Yeah, he trains them. Find Sharp Image on